Só necessidade de lutar, né? Eu vim pronto.
When they close the cage door,
Sou programado.
all I see is the other fighter.
Fecha o cage.
All I hear is my coach.
Meu corner.
I do what I'm prepared to do, which is fight.
Programado para lutar.
Oh, it definitely feels like a championship fight. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I've been hearing that the winner of this fight get a title shot. I feel like it's my time.
Derek Brunson is a great
Derek
wrestler.
Brunson is very good at wrestling. I have to be very careful. I work hard on my takedown defense. It has to be very sharp.
Cuidado na parte de defesa de quedas.
Oh, nice takedown though by Brunson.
Jacare has a lot of experience. It's a fight though. At the end of the day, it's a fight. Two guys going in the cage, so he won it just as bad as I do.
And it's over. Jacare wins via submission.
Jacare is a tough guy, but I'm going to keep hitting him and hitting him until he falls, so that's the game plan. Just keep putting my hands on him.
One after the other. Brunson wants to close the show.
Tonight, I'm going to throw bombs and win this fight.
When the door closes, me and Jacare in the cage, all I can think about is game on.
And please welcome to the cage, with a record of 9 wins, 1 loss, here is the 3-time NCAA All-American Wrestling star fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, Derek Brunson.
Derek Brunson, a 28-year-old fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, and Team Jackson Winklejohn. In fact, he spent part of his early portion of his career training with the great Renzo Gracie in New York. He was a 3-time All-American wrestler at Division II UNC Pembroke, where he graduated with a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. He took a fight outside of Strikeforce to stay busy, and he faced Season 3 of the Ultimate Fighter champion Kendall Grove, losing a disputed split decision, a tough weight cut on short notice. He feels he's still undefeated, and of course, really right now jumping from the fire into the frying pan against the guy who's already been at the top of the weight class.
Right, and for Brunson taking that fight outside of the organization, you can lose focus because it might not be as big of a fight. You're not thinking it's going to be as tough a fight, and you lose focus and you get yourself in trouble. He's going to be focused here tonight, and he needs to be against Jacare.
Yeah, Brunson's key in the cage tonight is control this fight. He can do that by staying in front of Jacare and using his wrestling takedowns to shut down Jacare's striking.
And now, with a record of 15 wins, 3 losses, and 1 no contest, here is the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu World Champion and black belt from Rio de Janeiro, the former Strikeforce Middleweight World Champion, Jacare Souza.
He is one of the most decorated Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioners ever to step foot in an MMA cage. A fan favorite here in San Diego, a 5-time World Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu champion, an Abu Dhabi champion. 12 of his 15 wins have come via submission. He's the former Strikeforce middleweight champion. And again, while Derek Brunson is his opponent in the cage, all he sees is Luke Rockhold.
Yeah, but he can't look past Brunson tonight because Brunson's very dangerous. But Jacare Souza, this guy is the crop when it comes to ground fighters. He's an intimidating guy. When you're standing there in front of him, I mean, this boy is put together, and he's worked extensively on his striking and hoping he's able to use that a little bit on Brunson.
Yeah, he's really rounded out his game by adding that striking. Jacare's key in the cage tonight is transitional submissions. This is from the scramble, from the clinch, from the space between wrestling and striking. That's where Jacare can spin, turn, and get himself in submission positions unlike anyone else in this world.
He is great at it.
Interested spectators at cage side. Lorenz Larkin undefeated, making the move down to middleweight with his sights set on a possible title shot against that man right there, the reigning and defending Strikeforce middleweight champion Luke Rockhold, who's admitted that, yeah, maybe there is unfinished business between he and Jacare, but of course, first things first, Derek Brunson wants to spoil that party and put his name in the title picture.
Let's take a look at these 285-pounders and how they match up in the cage. Brunson is 4 years the junior of Souza. Half-inch height advantage. Both weighed in at 186 pounds, and Brunson does enjoy a 4-inch reach advantage, which could be a hindrance on the ground, but an advantage standing up.
All right, fans, here we go. Middleweights in the cage, scheduled 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing the referee in charge of the action, Mike Beltran.
You ready to fight? You ready to fight? Handle, let's go!
Mike Beltran is the referee. The two-touch gloves. Former Strikeforce middleweight champion Jacare in the red gloves. Derek Brunson, a perfect 3-0 in Strikeforce with the blue gloves. Both training with all-star camps. Brunson training with the likes of UFC light heavyweight champion John Jones et al. At Team Jackson Winklejohn, while Jacare trains at X Gym, but also trains at Minotauro Gym, and he's sparred with the likes of UFC middleweight champion Anderson Silva, as well as the Nogueira brothers.
Nice job doubling up on that right hand. He knows the lefties are vulnerable to it.
Oh, and he gets dropped! Brunson gets dropped again!
Jacare let him up.
Jacare striking pinpoint, and that is it!
Wow. Jacare.
Jacare Souza stops Derek Brunson dead in his tracks, improving to 16-3, 0-1, and picking up his first win by way of knockout.
Explosive guy, a lot of power.
He wants us to talk about his hands. I think the actions speak louder than words.
With your eyes.
Yeah, he told us he had worked extensively on them, and he said, you guys better talk about it now.
Well, when you get to train with the likes of Junior Dos Santos, the aforementioned Spider Silva, the Nogueira brothers, you're going to learn a thing or two about striking. And while he may be one of the most decorated BJJ practitioners to ever step foot into MMA, he is proving to be a formidable force as a striker as well, as he just knocked out Derek Brunson.
Yeah, we saw glimpses of this when he fought Rockhold. We saw it with Bristol Marunda. He has been growing with his hands and his confidence with them. And remember, he don't care if he goes to the ground, so he can blast as much as he wants.
Yep.
Oh, we got to see this several times. Yep, you know what? Brunson just came in with that big shot and left himself exposed. Quick counter shot by Jacare, and he thought it was over. He's walking away. Came back to finish it off.
And good on Jacare to stop punching the fallen Brunson there.
Yeah, he stopped,
Sign of
he stopped
sportsmanship.
twice.
Yes,
he stopped
there,
there,
a little slow.
Stopped there, and then decided to start again because he saw Brunson getting up here. And then has to go back in, attack a little bit more, put him out with the final shots here, and started walking away before the ref even got in.
That's classy.
Yeah, very classy.
Here's what it looks like from the ground.
He got hit on the right side of his head, and the right hand released right away. He knew that side of Brunson's head was going to be open instinctively, landing that heavy right hand to get things rolling for him, and then putting the finishing touches with it again while Brunson was on his back.
Just short, quick, right, over the top, right on the chin. You saw his head shake. That's what does you. Shake your brain up.
Don't leave your chin waving in the wind,
Never.
boys and girls.
Never. No one should ever need to know if you need a shave or not.
Jacare means alligator in Portuguese. Doing his impression.
Oh, he has come such a long way. I mean, living on the streets of Brazil. I mean, absolute poverty. He's fought his way up. Won titles, lost titles tonight. He's on fire. Let's throw it up to Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 41 seconds in round number 1. He is the winner by way of knockout, Jacare Souza.
All right, we're going to be joined by the translator Gilberto as well here as we bring in the former Strikeforce middleweight champion Jacare, putting a stop to this fight in a hurry with his striking.
Parabéns que terminou essa luta com nocaute, com a mão pesada. Fala aí.
All my training partners talk about my hands. I come very prepared for this fight. I'm very confident. I do my best. I train in the best gym in the world. I train at X Gym. Hello! That's That's a beautiful place. I have a lot of fun here. I'm so happy. Thanks so much.
Obviously, he has his sights set on, once again, getting an opportunity to become the Strikeforce middleweight champion. Talk about that.
Então, agora tá na tua frente a chance de entrar pelo cinturão. Fala sobre isso.
Yeah, I'm very prepared for everyone, anytime. I'm here for fight. I'm Strikeforce middleweight, former middleweight champ. I come back for more.
One more time, San Diego. Let's give it up for the former Strikeforce middleweight champion, Ronaldo Jacare Souza. Now let's go back to cage side.
Well, Pat, there's no need for show stats on this one. It was far too quick. I'd love to see another look at this knockout because it was not only brilliantly timed, but executed right in between that looping sort of, well, it was a straight punch, but countered. Beautiful, hooking right hand.
Right, there's a couple ways to counter punches with your hands. You either roll with it and come back with the opposite side hand, or in the case what Jacare Souza did, you get touched on that side and throw back on that side because you know that hand is not near their head, right?
Well, he got hurt bad. No recovery on that one.
So Ronaldo Souza celebrating his first knockout win. How sweet it is here in San Diego as the former Strikeforce middleweight champion has his sights on once again wanting a chance to get a hold of that gold. All right, one more time, let's revisit our Facebook poll question tonight.